Right guys, I'm starting a new vlog today. I actually got my phone fixed and I thought the camera was fucked, but it's actually fine, so that's good. Anyway, I'm currently in the centre of Chiang Mai, so just got the moped into here and I'm basically just going to try and find a gym nearby. I haven't really got much on the agenda other than just finding a cool place to train. So I've stopped having those Gatorades because I was having like 1,000 calories of Gatorade per week just from having one a day. So instead I'm going for these electrolyte packs with a bottle of water, and to be fair, half the price as well, so that's good. Also got myself this 0-calorie Red Bull, which I'll show you here. Different flavour today, grapefruit and pineapple. Absolutely love the one that I was having before. I think it's like blackcurrant and berry or something, I'm not too sure, but that was really good. But then I tried the summer berry one and that wasn't great, so hopefully this one's alright. But yeah, pretty much all I've got to waffle about really. Slept not too long, but not too bad either. So yeah, it shouldn't be like, it should be a good session. I'm gonna do some arms. So to be honest, like, it doesn't really matter what equipment the gym's got, because obviously arms is really easy for me to do, like, or very simple, should I say. So yeah, we'll just see. I'm gonna have a Google now. I don't mind pedding anywhere really, but obviously if there's one close by, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's about midday here. I'm right next to the water river that runs around Chiang Mai, so right in the centre. But yeah, I'm gonna grab the ped and then we'll get going. Alright, we made it. You can't even see the gym, but yeah, Pump Fitness 2.0, let's get it. Yeah, so this place is massive. They've got like 5 floors.
Yeah.
Really cool. So bottom floor is like dumbbells, a few other bits and pieces. Second floor is cardio. Third floor that I've just passed there is probably the best bit I would say so far, which is like bottle machines, and then up here is like plate loaded stuff, shoulders and back. Alright, so as I said guys, I'm at Pump Fitness 2.0 today. Really cool gym, absolutely insane. They've got 5 floors here, which is cool. Like, each floor is not massive, but it's nice that equipment's split up into different places. So kind of reminds me of, what other gyms are like that actually I've been to? Oh yeah, Pump Fitness in Norwich, that really cool gym. I've done a vlog there. They've got like a separate room, even though it's all on one floor. That's really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with a different grip that I haven't used in ages actually. So pretty much recently I've just been spamming rope push downs, which have been working very well, but I'm excited to do a set on this. I've just done a couple warm-up sets and feeling really good. So all the equipment here is like absolutely pristine. It's not one of those gyms like Go Gym. I love that place, but that's much more kind of rustic and just like out in the sticks. This is kind of in the city. Everything looks brand new, like way nicer equipment than you'd even see in England. So the stack's feeling like not crazy heavy, but decent. So it goes up to 100 kg. Currently got it at 90, and I'm going to do the first set on there, like not insanely quick, but like at a good pace basically, and just see. I might go up from there, I might keep it there. So yeah, I'll basically just get on with the set and see how we get on. Alright, absolute chimp. I didn't fucking press record for that first set, which is annoying because it was actually a really good set, but same camera angle, same weight, so we'll just run up again. But yeah, I'm gonna basically, last set I think I failed on like the 9th or the 10th rep, so this one I probably failed on the 7th or the 8th roughly. A little bit quicker this set though. Okay, that's 2 sets down, both perfect. I'm liking it. I said in the kind of break between those two sets, I was going to drop it for the third one, but I think we'll keep it there because it's feeling good. Right, so as I said, I didn't record the first set, so this will be third working set. Same weight. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to do another one. Feeling really good though, to be fair. I think I'll leave it for now, and then I might come back and do rope in a little bit. Yeah, I think biceps next. Alright, so we're now moving on to biceps for the next exercise. So 3 sets of push downs there with an easy bar. All of them at the same weight, which was a really nice weight. It was comfortable. It was very good. So what I'm doing now, obviously you'll see it when I set up the proper camera angle, but basically a seated bicep machine. So minimal incline, to be honest, probably nothing. Like, I mean, it's literally like that, just so you're not hunched over. But from what I can see in terms of like the actual engineering and design of this machine, looks like the best one that I've ever used before. And then after like doing a warm-up set as well, feels fantastic. So it's got like an axis on the handle, so you can actually twist it. So the only thing which is reminding me of that, well, 2 things. Again, another reference to that fully pumped gym. So if you guys are in the UK and you haven't been to that gym in Norwich, you need to go there. But basically the lat pull down handles rotate on a pull down. And then also there was a gym in Tenerife that I went to, and that had some crazy standard lateral raise machine where you can basically, the arms would go forward, backward, left, right, and twist. It was crazy. So yeah, long story short, it's going to be some good working sets in here. So I'm going to do a few more warm-up sets, decide if I want to go for like full set on the left, full set on the right, or kind of 5 on each, 5 on the other one. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, good choice of exercises so far. For the first set, I'm going to do full sort of 10 to 15 reps on the left, then finish the set on the right arm. But then second and third set, I might kind of alternate a bit. Right, that's 15. Same here. Last 5. 1. 2. Okay. Alright, good stuff. Starting to get a bit of a bicep pump already, just after that one set. Again, no carbs today, so realistically pump's going to be flat. You know, it's not a joke when people do say that, like, you know, not having carbs in your system is going to massively affect 100% the aesthetics. Like, I genuinely think there's some sessions where I'll train better fasted, but then again, that is related to like digestion and stuff as well. So if you just got like a bulletproof digestion, then you're going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, good stuff. So we'll do, yeah, loads more sets on here. This is amazing. Like I was trying to explain about the handles. So they twist on an axis like that, so you've got so much range of motion coming up there. Really nice. Pads here, and then also the actual machine itself. Just, yeah. This equipment is called Nexus, for anyone that's wondering. Okay, second set. Okay, let's do the right arm. Fucking lovely machine though. Oh, that's killer. Right, I reckon definitely one more, probably two. I'm not sure if I'll film these, but yeah, we'll see. So, in hindsight, because obviously the seat, it's deceiving, it looks like it's tilted back, but genuinely it's literally like that, so barely. So I thought it was straight curls, but actually, it's a bit weird, like, because it's almost like doing a little bit of a preach curl, because your arm's kind of pushed out, but then again it is kind of alarming your body, so feels really nice. But yeah, kind of a slightly different range of motion than I'd be used to, which is a nice change. So yeah, a few sets on triceps, couple on bicep, starting to get a bit of a pump now. I think last arm day, no, I don't think I had any carbs last arm day. I think it was just the chest day where I held all that food. So what I'll probably do is, like, maybe next arm day have some carbs and just see how the pump translates. I'm not actually as tan as I thought I'd be, to be honest. I feel like it is hot here, but it's more sort of humid, whereas when I go to Spain it just feels like fucking blistering sun, and I just get tan within like 48 hours, like absolutely black. So yeah, maybe I just need to get out more. Also, I might grab a coffee midway through this workout, because I only had the Red Bull, so that's like literally fucking 80 milligrams of caffeine. It's nothing really. Still not having pre-workout while I'm here, which I'm fine with. I do need to get some creatine. Been told about a good supplement store nearby where they've got slightly cheaper creatine than at the gym, so I'll probably try that one out. Might even vlog it, to be fair, if they've got some good stuff in there. Again, if any of you guys are traveling and you know you don't want to have all the stuff with you, taking up bag restrictions and stuff like that, then maybe you want to get here, or if you run out, then yeah. Alright, so just grabbed this basically black coffee, because yeah, obviously, like I said, still fasting. 1 calorie. So yeah, so like I said, still fasting. This is just 1 calorie, or fucking 2-3 calories, something like that. So just a little pick me up. Session's going well so far. I've done, I think, 6 sets. So I'm going to now move on to a tricep rope push down. I just feel like doing a few sets here, a little bit higher rep, basically. Unfortunately, like, it's going to be difficult for me to do. I like doing overhead recently, seated. So that's going to be difficult for me to do, because I can't see like area where I can pull a bench over. In fact, I don't even think there's any benches over here, apart from the one that's with the Smith machine. So might be able to. If not, I'll see if they've got like a, you know, like a step up plyometrics box or something like that. We'll figure it out. If not, maybe single arm or kneeling with a rope could work. We'll see. It's actually fucking well good. Alright, let's get set up for this then. First set on here. Alright, so objective of this one is, objective of the whole session obviously is to get a crazy pump, but first couple of sets that I did, I was going a little bit heavier and also using attachments which would allow me to go a little bit heavier or would like encourage that. So for example, most people will be stronger on like a bar, whether it be an easy bar or flat bar, compared to a rope. So yeah, started with that, now moving on to a rope, and this one I do feel like I get a really good connection, especially that contraction at the end. So yeah, well I've dropped it, was on 90 for the sets where I did the easy bar, now I've dropped it to about 70, so basically 3/4 of the way down the stack, so nothing crazy, and I'm not going to go super fast, but definitely going to get some motion in this one. Okay. Right, nice. That was perfect. Perfect weight. Good set there. I've never understood that logic, basically, where people say they can't recover from partial reps. I think if it creates soreness and fatigue, then that's great. But as I said, that's based on strictly the gym and not doing loads of other things. Like, I can imagine if you horse riding or something where you've got to have that stability and, you know, your arms are always tense, you don't want crazy DOMs going through there. You know, maybe if you're playing hockey and things like that. I'm trying to think, like, obviously triceps is more pushing, but I guess it could be related to biceps as well. You know, if you're constantly swinging your arm like that, that's going to have a lot of inflammation there. So I guess it does depend what kind of extracurricular sports and stuff you're doing, but for me, partial reps are fantastic. So I would highly recommend trying them, not in the first perhaps couple of years of training, but as you get more advanced and pick up different techniques, I think it can be really effective. Okay, definitely one more. I'm not gonna bother filming any more of these, but 1 or 2 more sets there. That was all so far really good choices for these exercises. I know it's not very perhaps different or unique what I'm doing. Obviously it's just push down and curls, but like the machines were good. I like that I didn't start on a rope today. I like that I didn't just do like 7 sets and I've had a bit of variation. So yeah, still need to figure out what I'm going to do for an overhead. But wait, actually no way. No way. Oh, I thought that was like a standing overhead machine over there, but I think it's for dips. I'll walk around and then figure it out. Right, somehow I've actually stumbled across this machine. So when I was pointing out the one over there behind me, it's the same brand, same sort of handle, but this doesn't have the mechanism to allow it to go all the way up like that. So that's when I was sort of saying, no way is that some sort of overhead machine, and it wasn't, but next to it we've found this. So there's fucking so many different pulleys and notches and attachments on here. It's a bit like Da Vinci Code, so we'll have to figure it out, but I think this will be perfect for the overhead triceps. So let's see, I'm gonna set it up and then we'll get going. Right, so this is how I imagine it works. We've got a couple of different grips here. Wider grip and then a narrower grip like this. I'm nearly at full stack and I'm not feeling much tension at all. So what I think I'm going to do is keep it on this weight and just do single arm and then basically finish with some double rep sets. But yeah, what a fucking gem. I feel like I've just stumbled across diamonds in Minecraft. So let's get this going. Honestly, that black coffee is fucking so good. 30 baht, which is probably like 65p. That's insane. I'm gonna go, yeah, obviously I'm doing single arm, I'm gonna go narrow, so a bit better on my shoulder joint. Yeah, we can go full stack. This is crazy, it's so light, I don't know what's going on here. But either way, let's give it a go. Right, full stack, single arm. Wow. Alright, failed on the 8th. Narrow, there you go. Come on. Oh, fucking hell, that is so sick. Lovely. Honestly, like, what a fucking cool machine. So, just to let you guys know, kind of my premise when I'm traveling, like, because I'm dropping body weight and that's my main goal at the moment, I am not as fussy with my training. So when I'm in a bulk, like, you know, everything has to be going a certain way. I'm trying to progressively overload everything as always, but if it doesn't happen in a bulk, then you're not going to be growing. So I need to make sure that, like, you know, I've got heavy enough equipment, I've got enough, like, I guess not variation really, but like, you know, I'm ticking all boxes. So because I'm dieting, I can afford to be a little bit more relaxed with each gym and the session that I do there, if that makes sense. So like, if I went to train chest and they didn't have a Smith machine and I'm on a diet, like, I could probably get away with just doing like pec flies, maybe a couple presses and something else. Whereas if I'm bulking, I want to be able to push that heavy weight comfortably, etc. So basically what I'm trying to say with all of that is actually ideal that I'm traveling while I'm on a cut, because it gives me a nice excuse to go and visit loads of different gyms and not do what I feel I've done before, where I've gone on holiday, maybe the first or the second gym that I've stumbled across I've really liked, and it's just been a case of pretty much staying there because it works for me. And although that's been good in the past, I do really want to just actually experience the different gyms here, and I'm so glad that I've been doing that. So not just for the YouTube, like, to be honest, I rarely make decisions based on filming for YouTube unless it's literally a case of like I don't have a preference and it will just help me make a decision, if that makes sense. So if I'm thinking in my head, should I train at this gym, for example, or another one that I've already been to, it would perhaps just be, oh, okay, well, what did I do at that gym last time? Was it a back session? And if I'm doing back today, I'll probably then switch it up just because a bit more fun for content. So it's not a case of like changing my entire routine, but yeah, if there is ways that I can like use that decision making to make things easier and just mix up the content a bit, then I will do. So yeah, a lot of waffle there, but basically really fun trying all these different gyms. I'm kind of excited to see how many I can tick off. I'm going to call that hotel gym 1, and then also went to the gym in Bangkok, Ramchok Fitness, Go Gym, The Wall, Pump Fitness 2.0. So yeah, already 6 gyms since I've been in Thailand, which is crazy. So obviously when I go to the south, the gyms there will probably be quite a bit different. I think here is a little bit more of like established, kind of developed gym scene from what I can perceive, but I could be completely off. Anyway, it doesn't matter as long as there's a couple of dumbbells on the beach, that'll suit me. I remember in lockdown I was in Mexico when all the gyms are closed, and just some people had built up a barbell with some paint pots in the end filled with cement and a bench out of wood, and I used to go to the gym every day and do that. And again, I was cutting then, so that was a good way for me to maintain because I wasn't having to constantly go up and up and up in weight. So yeah, about ready to do another set on this one. Okay, switch it over. Let's go a little bit narrow on that one. Keep it even. Call that 3. So obviously I'm locking out there, and then coming all the way back, huge stretch. Come on. Oh. Okay. I'm going to spam that for a few more single arm, and then if I decide to do double arm, I'll record that one. But yeah, what a great find. Right, last set, I'm just going to spam double arm. Let's see how many we can crank out on this. Actually, we're just going to go 5 on each, back to back. That's plenty, fucking hell. Right, back on biceps. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and try some dumbbells. Okay, we're getting there now with the exercises. I've done quite a few sets of triceps especially, so this will only be the second bicep exercise. I have seen they've got a bicep machine over there which looks quite good, so I might have a go on that, but we'll see how we feel. Also, the other thing that I'm sort of contemplating is maybe some single arm triceps, so we'll see how we feel after this. This potentially could be last exercise, but I would say I probably will end up picking one of those two. So going for 20s today, not very heavy at all. I think combination of the bench seat not feeling too comfortable, so I feel like I'm about to slip off it a little bit, but if I put up any more, I'm like, my knees are like up here, which I do not want. So yeah, I'm gonna just go for a set on here. We'll be absolutely fine, but it's not like the most comfortable setup ever, is what I'm saying. So I might find the weight a little bit more difficult, but because I'm not chasing like a certain PR number or anything like that, it's absolutely fine. I just want to work the biceps, which this will do fantastically. So let's get straight into this one then. First set, incline curls. Fuck's sake. I hate when fucking benches are like this. Like, they put this handle so far out, so when I'm doing the curls, it's like hitting that. Really frustrating. So this one is more of just a flat bench, but I think that'll be better. Alright, so I've moved over to this bench because that one just was fucking terrible, to be honest with you. I'm sure it's great for incline press, anything like that, but yeah, incline curls, not the one at all. So not an issue, because I'm just gonna try them on here. The incline is very similar, so we're only going back like a tiny bit there. So also the seat feels much more secure, like I'm basically stabilized better, so less core engagement, etc. So we'll try to get around 10 or 12. So much better. Oh man, that's crazy how much difference that can make. Like that one little change there feels insane. Like biceps absolutely on fire the whole set, like connection's fantastic, and yeah, nothing wrong with that set at all. So yeah, I reckon probably run that up for possibly another 2 sets, just depending on how the next one feels. I don't think that bicep machine is gonna feel much better than this on the actual bicep itself, like, because yeah, that is just like up there with, you know, the kind of top tier bicep feeling I'm trying to engage when I'm doing this exercise. I know it sounds crazy because it's literally just a seated bicep curl, but you'll know what I mean when obviously you just find that perfect range of motion, perfect weight, and everything just lined up nicely. So I'm thinking definitely 2 more on here, and then might go and try that, but also like a little bit lazy I guess, but because it's plate loaded I don't really feel like I want to spend ages setting up just for like 1 or 2 sets. So yeah, we'll decide in a little bit. Right, set number 3. Christ almighty. I think 1 more on that will be good. Probably all from the last one straight on, because that looks like a pretty sick angle. And then we'll see. I've still got a bit gas in the tank, to be fair. I'm half tempted to go get another coffee as well. Half for the caffeine, but mainly for the actual taste. That was like one of the best cold black coffees that I've had, I reckon. And trust me, I've had a lot in my life. Honestly, bicep pump today, like no carbs, is fucking crazy. So I'm fine. I'd never really bother with carbs for a back day. Legs can go either way. Like, I'd say if I'm gonna have a super long session, I do like to have something like 200-300 calories. But the worst thing is to try and do legs when you've got fucking stomach ache. And like, you know, if you're wearing a belt or something like that, belt squat, if you're doing a hack squat with a belt, or leg press or a hip thrust or anything like that, where you've got a lot of pressure there, that is just a recipe for disaster. So usually chest and arms is when I like to have the carbs. But as I said, 90% of the time I'm training fasted these days when I'm on a diet. Right, I completely forgot I bought these electrolytes. Main reason was basically just to save calories, and I started to have the 0 calorie Gatorade. It just didn't taste very nice. I thought, what's the point in paying that when I could just get these? Taste better and they're cheaper, and they've probably got better electrolytes in, to be honest. So the only difficult part is putting them in here, so I need to get a little funnel. I've actually got a little funnel that I used to put the Zaza in for rolling zoots, which I could just bring that, but also don't want granules of bud in my fucking intra workout drink. I feel like I'm playing a game of Operation here. Right, that'll do. Nice. Final set on this exercise at least. Alright, that's good. Let's pop these back. Yeah, let's try that bicep, why not? Let's go for it. Alright, so this is the bicep machine I was talking about. Crazy piece of kit. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of like multi-use machines. Not because they actually don't function as well. Like, if they're designed properly and you've got all of the relevant moving compartments and moving components and stuff, then you can make it work. But it's more just like taking the time to set it up and write all the numbers down, all that stuff. Just not really me. So that being said, I'm just going to leave it on the setting it's on. It says it can go 3 different angles, which I'm guessing is you can move this pad, I believe. It's quite cool. So right now I believe it's probably at a decline, and it probably goes flat and then incline as well, and obviously you can move the C, so it's not that difficult to move. I would imagine, yeah, it's just probably this one here, but either way this feels good. So I did a few reps with a 15 kg on the left arm. That felt pretty light, so I've added a 10 on there and should be able to get that for at least 8. If I fall short, then I'll give some assisted reps on that arm, but yeah, let's go for it. Nice handle as well to grip here. God, failure was well quick on that. Like, I felt so strong and then just dropped off. I think that was 10. Might have been 8, I'm not sure. I'm sure that was 10. Big range of motion on this one. Right. Short rest, and then I'm going to do one more on each. This problem I'll probably hit failure on 7 to 8, and then I think one quick set of triceps and then a pose down. That'd be good. Yeah, I haven't had a rest day since I've been in Chiang Mai, and like honestly, energy levels are feeling great. Like, I'll be exhausted at the end of the day, like literally fucking so tired, but all throughout the day, and from the moment I wake up, I'm like just straight up, like editing or going for a walk or planning what gym I'm going to go to or doing my client check-ins or anything like that. I am doing a lot of fun stuff here, but because I'm here for so many months, that is exactly the reason why I came. I just hate having to feel obliged to do things like every single day. No disrespect to people that do that. I think it's amazing when they plan a trip, like, and you just cram everything in, because obviously for the time that you're spending there, you're making the most out of it and you're saving money on accommodation and stuff. But at the same time, I think when people do that, they'll, you know, get accommodation which is near to places, so then they can go around. Where I'm staying about 15-20 minutes, about probably like 15 minutes moped out of the very centre. So for me, like, you know, to come here is not just like a short walk, but also it doesn't take that long at all. And as you guys would have probably saw the first vlog that I did in Chiang Mai, I did a little tour of the apartment I've got. It's so nice. So right, I decided against the triceps purely because I just think in my head I'm doing it more for the pump, which I know sounds like a good idea, but then I just end up doing more and more fluff volume, and basically just like, you know, I've done a really good workout. So if I wanted to do anything else, probably would be some cardio, which to be honest I might do a little bit. I'll see how I feel after this, but we'll get a real quick pose down going. Right, that might do. Yeah, arms are feeling good. Right, let's have a look. So this morning I was 218.8 pounds. So I'm basically, yeah, floating just sub 219. Yeah, pump actually feels great, and I'm glad it's kind of translating as well, especially for no carbs. Quick double bicep. It's crazy actually, everything feels pumped, which is wild. Like no carbs, even my delts starting to come through. But yeah, bicep and tricep nicely kind of even there, in my opinion. Chest is starting to come through as well. It's good. So we'll just do a quick back flex. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As I said, like, I'm literally in the middle of a gym, so I don't want to be too disrespectful because they don't have any like posing rooms or anything like that. But yeah, overall, really happy with this session. This has been one of the best gyms that I've been to so far. This one is quite a different vibe. It's still absolutely lovely people in here, lovely staff. The machines are quite new and everything's organised quite well. The other gyms is kind of a bit more like just rusty machines, outdoors, bit sort of off the beaten track. But it's nice to have a mix of both as well. So I think that's about it. Maybe a quick tricep. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I'm now gonna go head home, chill out for a bit, finish the vlog that will be uploaded today, and that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. As always, any more suggestions for Thailand, Vietnam gyms, anything like that, put them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. The only way is up.